So you've heard me say that the internet is the hardware. It's all the cables, all the phone infrastructure, the telecommunications infrastructure, the satellites. It's all the computers. It's all the hardware. You've heard me say that the internet is all of the hardware. And in this video, we're going to explore this a little bit more. What exactly is the internet? And here is somebody's rendering of how they visualize the internet, where it's really just a whole bunch of connections between other networks. And so if you just look at this, it's just like, kind of crazy. But these are all like different connections between other networks. If you go to Wikipedia, you can read about what the internet is, but maybe you don't want to read everything. So you could go watch this video on YouTube, which is Andrew Blum, What is the Internet Really? And here you see a picture of some place that looks actually pretty dang nice. The beach, the ocean, a boat. But this boat's got these orange buoys coming in from it, and there's this backhoe right here. And what they're doing is they're pulling a fiber optic cable ashore right here, and they're burying an access point so that they could get to it. But that fiber optic cable, that's part of the internet. That's us connecting different locations so that we can communicate with each other and share information with each other. And if you look at the text description, so I really recommend going and watching this video. Andrew Blum, What is the Internet Really? It's 12 minutes long, and it's a cool video. You'll find it on YouTube. Andrew Blum, What is the Internet Really? If you go to Wikipedia and you read about what the internet is, it basically tells you what I just told you. It's a global system of interconnected computer networks, that uses the standard internet protocol suite, TCP/IP, which is Transmission Control Protocol Internet Protocol, to serve several billion users worldwide. It's a network of networks that consists of millions of private, public, academic, business, government networks of local to global scope that are linked by a broad array of electronic, wireless, and optical networking technology. So it's a network of networks, right? All these different networks, Fresno City College network, government networks, right? We could go to like the government websites, all these different networks linked together. So it's a network of networks, the mother of all networks, right? And it's all linked together by a broad array of electronic, wireless, and optical networking technologies. Internet carries an extensive range of information resources and services, so there's that services thing, such as the interlinked hypertext documents of the World Wide Web and the infrastructure to support email and peer-to-peer networks. So we've learned that hypertext, right? Hypertext documents, that means they're documents with hyperlinks in them, just like this hyperlink. So I could click it and open it in a new tab, right? And that hyperlink takes me to a new location. It's a hyperlink. Most traditional communications media, including telephone, music, film, and television, are being reshaped or redefined by the internet, giving birth to new services such as voice over internet protocol, internet protocol television, newspaper, book, and other print publishing are adapting to website technology, right? So it's just had all kinds of changes. But basically, so here we're starting to get into the impact, and the basic definition of the internet is right there, right? It's just all of the hardware, all the telecommunication equipment, all of the cables, right? All these networks connected together that allow us all to share information. All right, so that's a little bit of a definition of the internet. What is the internet? Go watch this video by Andrew Blum and browse through this Wikipedia thing here a little more if you'd like, and you will have a greater understanding of what exactly the internet is. It's a network. Infrastructure companies, enterprises own physical infrastructure of the internet. So this is interesting to point out. Enterprises own the physical infrastructure of the internet. Telecom companies, for example, own all that. Cable companies own all this other stuff, right? But we're allowed to send data over the physical infrastructure of the internet. So that's a really good question. Like, who owns the internet? And there are companies out there that own some of the hardware over which data travels. No one person owns the internet. No one person owns the internet. No one government governs it. No one organization governs it. It's not owned by a corporation, right? It's this communication connection standard where if you want to join, you can. If you want to allow people to travel over your resources, you can allow that. And so a lot of telecom companies, cable companies allow us to gain access to the internet because they charge us a monthly fee for it, right? So, we have to pay for internet service. Like my cable company, for phone service and internet, they're getting $70 a month from me. And multiply that by 300 million people in America or 100 million people, and that's a lot of money. And so they're interested in giving us access to the internet, which is free. But nobody owns it. and it's just all that hardware. All right, so it's a little bit of a definition of the internet. Go check out that video. Andrew Blum, what is the internet really?